Hi everyone, my name is Anthony Patrick and this is the city of Bellflower. The city of Bellflower is the 25th largest city in the Los Angeles County, and it was incorporated in September 3rd, 1957. There are over 78,000 people and it's 61 square miles. There's a total of 24,000 households, about 4,000 businesses, and also has its own school district. So I'm going to be taking you around the city in Bellflower, which is a sub-city right outside of Long Beach, California, where I live. So the first place we're headed to right now is one of the biggest businesses out in this area, which is Kmart. So now we approach Kmart. The significance of Kmart and Bellflower is that it houses and holds a lot of the employment here in Bellflower, along with Kaiser Permanente, the government office, which are the DMVs, the library, the courthouse, and also the post office. Now, the next part we're going to show you on this tour, we're going to walk down this street down, and I'm going to take you to one of the local high schools in Bellflower. So now that we're like walking down the street to get to the local high school, right over here, you're looking at right now is Ply Elementary School. It's one of the elementary schools in the Bellflower Unified School District. So like I was saying, this is Bellflower High School. As you can see on the sign right there. Basically, this is the only high school in Bellflower. It's Bellflower Buccaneers, and it houses 9th through 12th grade students. And as we continue to walk down the street, Bellflower, California is primarily made up of largely the Hispanic population, and then next to the Hispanic population it's the white population or Caucasian, and then it's the African Americans and Native Americans make up the least fraction of Bellflower population. So now that we basically talked about Bellflower High School, I'm going to take you now, this is just the city part. I don't see a guy watering his grass. Now I'm going to take you to the actual heart and historical part of Bellflower, California, as we keep walking. So now that we're just walking along the historic part of Bellflower, this right here is the Bellflower Courthouse. This is basically the downtown area of Bellflower. In this area they have the courthouse like I just showed you. Straight ahead, this building right ahead to the left, right of us is the library. And as we keep walking, you'll notice all the different lights around. This area is kind of really big on the Christmas spirit. So it's always like tons of people decorating their houses, apartments, etc. So like I was mentioned to you a second ago, this is the Bellflower branch of the library. In the library, it's like really historical in there. They have a lot of different cultural art and different things that's in the library that you can see. There's paintings, there's awards, there's trophies, and it's also really interesting. I went in there a couple weeks ago, and they do a lot of things, like they do have like knitting, crochet in there, so it's like a knitting club. They have like dance classes in the library, which I kind of thought was pretty interesting, because I know not a lot of libraries around will be having different kind of classes you can take. So the next part of our video walk tour is I'm going to show you Library Gardens Park. It's one of the smallest and nicest parks that Bellflower has. It's right across the street from the library and the courthouse, and a lot of times when me and my friends don't really have much better to do, we like just come and sit out here. It's really nice. So here it is. So this is Library Gardens. It's kind of darker here so you can't really see it. Basically it's a water fountain, and like it's really not really a park, like a recreational park, but it's just cool to see. They got like a bitten apple and a book that kids can play on, and a water fountain, and basically I wish it was lighter out here. There's like space out here you can like sit and like chill, and so me and my friends, we like come out here sometimes and just, you know, hang out, relax, you know, do teenager things. So I'm kind of trying to speed walk because it's kind of getting dark out here. In a minute or so it's going to be really pitch black out here. But right on the side of us, right here, this building right there, that's the Bellflower post office. That's the only post office we have in Bellflower. And I basically should just show you these kind of like family-owned restaurants and businesses that also that Bellflower. And Bellflower, surprisingly, it looks big on maps, but in real life, it's actually kind of small. It's really small hometown feeling that basically you can just get from these like small little cities. So now we're approaching Bellflower Boulevard. I'm kind of gonna keep the phone and camera like this so you can see my face, only because it's kind of getting dark out here, and so you're not gonna really get to see a lot of the things. So I'll like kind of show me with it. The sign in the back is say Bellflower Boulevard. This is basically downtown Bellflower. A lot of different things happens on this street. They have parades, they have a talent show, and they kind of close down this whole street. And a lot of people can like come out here and like sit down and chill and just like watch the show basically. So now basically we're walking down downtown Bellflower. You see different kind of things. I know you probably see this sign right here that say Hosanna. This is actually one of the oldest theaters in Bellflower. They host a lot of like religious concerts and all that type of stuff there. So that's pretty cool. All these other places are small family-owned businesses and restaurants. So yeah, basically, right ahead of us, you probably see the Christmas tree. They have a tree lighting ceremony coming up for Christmas time and the holiday spirit. This area is really big on Christmas. So this is actually one of the only areas in this area that actually closed down on Christmas Day. A lot of other restaurants and businesses around the local community areas such as Long Beach, Cerritos, Lakewood area, they pretty much stay open on Christmas. However, Bellflower closes. So yeah, this is one of the most historic streets right here. You can't really see it because of the camera, but it says, you can faintly see it, but it says Loller Street. This is actually, they actually cut this street down. Bellflower used to be a lot bigger. One second, people are walking. Yeah, so Bellflower actually used to be a little bit bigger. And they cut it down. There used to be a river that separates part of Bellflower from another place. So that's kind of why a lot of the streets are very small here and stuff like that. So this is just more of downtown Bellflower. Here's a restaurant, an Asian restaurant. Actually, it's Korean barbecue. I'm sorry. Yeah. So basically, and this is the Christmas tree in much of a bigger picture than I was talking about. So basically, what happens in downtown downtown Bellflower is it's a sense of community out here. You know, a lot of people here in the daytime, they walk around, they hang out. I'm actually gonna come to this monument right here. It's a monument that says the city of Bellflower Belmont Court mixed use. The groundbreaking for this city council building, which is right the building that we're looking at, was established in November 2011, and it was dedicated to the city in October 2013. So basically, once we walk down here, this is more of the Belmont Court area. This is where city officials kind of work down here in this area. This restaurant right in front of me, Hambone, is actually pretty cool. It's actually owned by one of my good friends' family. It's a barbecue spot that we have in Bellflower. I don't know why I keep saying Long Beach, but Bellflower is actually really good. One of the things that's interesting about Hambones is that it's one of the smallest restaurants we have here, yet normally on weekends when it's open, it's packed. So that's Hambones, and like I mentioned before, one of my good friends, his family is actually the part owner of that restaurant. So now we're gonna go head back down to Bellflower Boulevard. So now we're coming closer to this Christmas tree thing that we see. And this is actually Friendship Square. This is actually one of the most public places we have in Bellflower, and here's the little monument to say so. Yeah, so basically this place was built for its citizens that live in Bellflower to come and for sort of a community. One of the things that Bellflower strives on is to establish and create a more positive community every single day. So they're building on to reconstruct this whole entire area over the course of years. And so here, it really goes back to its native people, which are here were happen to be Hispanic or from Mexican descent. And so Yeah, so this is one of the wishing wells we have, and it's just kind of really cool to see all of these kind of different type of structures and paintings and memorials that they have here in Bellflower. Yeah, this is so. Now that we're back now, walking back down Bellflower Boulevard. Once again, just to familiarize with the area again, this is what we call the historic downtown part of the city of Bellflower. So now that you have seen some of the historical buildings, some monuments, different things about the city of Bellflower, I hope you really enjoyed this tour. It is kind of getting dark out here, so I don't want to keep you all waiting for too long. But once again, my name is Anthony. So thank you for watching, and good luck with finals.